birds come in. Soon as I can see that, he from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LAD logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at this, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam on the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't matter. I'm a cave back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jungle, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a. Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life, then you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life, then the ape in. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Stacy Coley on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook, and he'll get about 6 up to the 20.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. On second down, Cook. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And he finds Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Leopard. Back 99 Philly.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Simeon. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kenny Clark coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Simeon. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's brought down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. That is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, really impact this offense. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's go, come on. Hey, where y'all going? Hey, check 26.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Montgomery for the Packer touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Crosby on now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. A little juke. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Simeon. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Matt Wild now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Hey, let's go, come on. Let's go. Hey, Lex. Hey, check 26. Jumbo.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a play fake, and it's Simeon. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Simeon. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Free safety, Clinton Dix, the man to make the play there on the defensive side.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is taken at the 23. And now running right through it. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the feed and go.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
Hey, 626.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go. 319. 58. 58. Get 300. Get 300.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 58.
Rodgers now to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here we go. Leopard.
On first and 10, Simeon. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Leopard. Gone.
They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Simeon incomplete on first. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Just beating the play clock. Simeon. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Hurry up.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It gives it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go. 319. Hey, 26. Hey, check 26.
To throw on second down, Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead now increases to 20-0. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hurry up. Oko, over here.
They'll go again to Jones. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hurry up, hurry up.
They pitch it out to Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Yo, hey, let's go, come on. Yo, hey, let's go, come on.
Four down, check. Four down.
Jumbo!
Mike's by four.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Packers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
319!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Everson Griffin in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
You got four.
Kelly, zone left, Kelly.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Linval Joseph in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey. Four down.
No.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Crosby puts it through, and that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a first down throw, Simeon. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at about the 32.
All right.
SOS.
319.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Liz.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football. He
gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
First down at Simeon. And Diggs has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw on second is Simeon. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
On second down, here's Simeon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. He's at the 30. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Crosby for the point after. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Simeon now to throw. He's going to air one out. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Simeon. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Now let's go. Blue, line it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Leopard!
They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hot!
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue, line it! Blue, line it!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. First career pick for the rookie Josh Jackson. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. A win would be their first of the young season. Now Simeon. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They snap it to Simeon. He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Gone! Leopard! Detroit!
On 1st down, Simeon. And this is Cook with the grab. And he's brought down. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Packers, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on ESPN.